IRCHA, Frank Knoll, Alan Zabo. Anybody knows Hellies, knows Alan. It's how long have you been with the line now?
Oh, since 2006.
2006. You were probably what, 8 then?
Yeah, close to it.
Something like that.
Very close to that. Yeah, it's been a while.
So what are you doing with that? What do you do with the line right now?
I kind of do the same thing I've been doing for the past few years with them. They kind of come up with these designs of new models, and I'm usually there to help do all the test flying and make sure everything will hold together before it hits the public.
Yeah, not doing as many demos as much as you used to?
Not as much, just trying to focus more on like a little bit more of the design work with them, stuff like that.
They call that getting older.
Yeah, you know, so, you got to go somewhere.
Yeah, no kidding, no kidding. Yeah, it's good to see Danny here a little while ago.
Yeah, my brother hasn't been here in like two or 3 years maybe.
For those of you who don't know, Danny's a very proficient heli pilot as well. Also works with the line. And, the two of them have kind of become legends in the hobby in the heli world. You know, the heli market, everybody's saying it's kind of flat right now. What do you see the future leading?
I think it's going to pick back up. I mean, we've had a decline in helicopter pilots, I would say. Not even just the market. It's just the interest in the hobby has shifted to the FPV stuff a little bit. I think a lot of people have experienced it, and either they've accepted that as their new hobby, or they've kind of come back. I've had many friends that have gone from helis into FPV and made the transition right on back. Right. You know, after a few months. So.
Now, when they come back, have they given you any indication why? Did they get bored with it? It's just not there yet?
Yeah, I mean, from my own experience as well, I went into it for a good 4 months of just only FPV, and it's a blast. There's nothing like it.
If you're flying.
If you're flying, yeah. I mean, you get into it, you know, when you're learning like the hover and stuff, it's not that much fun. But when you're actually flying and just, you know, doing the courses and stuff, it's a blast. But you end up doing a lot of wrenching. It's a lot like RC cars. You fly aggressively, you're gonna crash. You're gonna break it. If you're not crashing, I don't care how good you are, you're going to be crashing those things.
Right.
You get back into where you're spending, you bring 3 or 4 of them out, you crash all 4, you go home and you spend, you know, another 2-3 hours repairing them all, and you go out and do it again.
Yeah, but they're supposed to be cheap and inexpensive and easy to repair, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Sure. It's just, that's it. Easy to repair. A lot of soldering, and with our line one, it's more just mechanic built, because all our stuff is modular, so it's not that bad. But some of the other guys are doing all the home built stuff with the soldering. That's even worse.
Oh yeah. Well, and the thing is that the technology is changing so much every day.
Yeah, it's totally new. It's a totally new environment. So I mean, you buy one thing, it's not like a cell phone where it's, you know, outdated in a year. This stuff's getting outdated every like 3 months, 6 months at the latest. Right. It's just it's evolving so fast.
Yeah, from a production manufacturer standpoint, though, it's hard to chase that.
Yeah, it's very hard to chase that. I mean, it's almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. So, in talking to some of the heli guys here this week that also do the FPV racing, they all seem to have had this common number where they're saying it's about 20% of the heli guys have transferred over to it, but there's 80% of the guys that have never flown anything.
They've never flown anything. Yeah, I've met a lot of FPV guys in Vegas. Right. And I ask them, you know, how'd you get into this? And a lot of them are RC car guys, actually. Yeah. I've met a lot of RC car guys that have gotten into it, and people that just literally bought a drone off the internet and played with it, and next thing you know, they found FPV and got into it. Right. So
one of the things that I was watching some of the racing over at the course the other day, and the thing that you know, I do FPV airplane racing, some Red Bull stuff. The thing that caught me from a spectator standpoint is I could only see the quads on the front half of the course.
Oh yeah.
The back half of it, you're looking around trying to find it. It's a
little black dot that's buzzing around that you have no idea what it's doing.
The thought that I had is, what if you went to, like, say, a 500 size quad and made the course bigger, so and you could actually do nice bodies on them and turn it into like a NASCAR theme. I wonder if something like that would take off or maybe help it excel.
I mean, I would think so, because it's not a spectator sport at all right now. If you go to hang out at an FPV event, you're going to see almost nothing. I mean, you're going to see people walking to get their crash stuff, and that's about it. Yeah, exactly. You know, and it's, unless you have your own pair of goggles to bring to watch, that's the only way you're going to watch. And watching it through goggles, to me, it messes with your head, because you have no idea where the pilot's going to go. It's just kind of like you're in it, and it's
a really bad roller coaster.
Yeah, it's a really bad roller coaster. It's just not a spectator sport, in my opinion.
Exactly.
you know, they hype it up on the internet with some of these YouTube videos that they splice stuff together. A little bit of external video, a little bit, you know, on board video. Looks awesome, but it's hyped up video in my opinion. It's all edited stuff.
Yep, exactly.
But
exactly.
I think it's some wave of the future, but not that's going to kill off what we do. It's a totally separate hobby at the end of the day.
Exactly. I think they're thrown into the same mush with helis right now.
It's because it's kind of like flying a helicopter and it's RC related. Therefore, people claim it's, you know, like flying RC. It's nothing like it whatsoever.
Exactly. So anyway, wanted to sit and chat with Alan for here a little bit, and we'll sign out. My name's Frank.
Alan Zabo.
We'll talk to you soon.
Have a good one.